Are we live? Welcome to a fabulous rendition of Clearly for This podcast, episode 52. How y'all living? I'm living swell. It's your host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel free to hit the subscription button, the notification bell. Make sure you share this YouTube channel as well as this live stream in the YouTube algorithm with your friends, family, as well as your followers. If you want to continue support, further support, hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges and perks, as well as you can super chat, as well as you can hit the cash app in the comment section. $ I'm Chris Don One if you want to support me even further. Don Squad in the house, stand up, salute. I like to let you guys know that today's stream sponsor is Icy. Icy donated to me in the middle of the week. I really do appreciate that, Icy. I really do appreciate a lot of people that donate. That just shows me, and it gives me a lot of, it feels like I get a lot of support from you guys that y'all want to continue to get these live streams in. Um, you know, it really, as a fan, you don't have to necessarily, give me cash apps or or super chats or donate. You can, if you are a fan, I know the struggle is real out there. It's no joke. As long as you're subscribing, as long as you're commenting, as long as you're sharing this with your friends, family, and followers, it's all good in the hood with me. But I really do want to set a little time to the people out there that really believe in the growth and the development of this channel. A lot of people have been streams over the past couple of months. I really do appreciate everyone out there and continue support, but you can also support in other ways. But I really want to set aside and say thank you, thank you, thank you, Icy. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And we're going to go ahead and go into today's stream. As I want to say this again, Icy is this whole entire stream is dedicated to Icy. And if you want to be dedicated in the next stream, hit the Cash App. I will be notified when people do hit the Cash App, and you'll be, whoever's the highest donation will be the stream sponsor. But I also want to give credit where credit is due. If anyone donates, even if you're not, you're not today's, the next week's stream sponsor, I'm going to always acknowledge you guys out there. And I also like to acknowledge the people out there that hit the like button and comment in the comment section. This really helps the growth and the development of this channel and get us lit and popping in the YouTube algorithm. You hear me? All right. So today we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about Tina Knowles. She requested and got granted a divorce from Richard Lawson. We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about LisaRaye. She made some comments on Fox Soul, about her dating status, and she's tired of being alone and sleeping alone, as well as she's bringing a lot of gadgets and gizmos to the bedside. We'll be talking about that and explain that a little bit further. As well as DJ Envy. It seems like DJ Envy and his partner is getting deeper and deeper with this Ponzi scheme. But we're gonna talk about that, dive into that a little bit. As always, about these stories, there's three sides to a story: your truth, their truth, and the actual truth. Okay. but all of this is alleged. We got to put that out there. Allegedly, this is what's going down. This is what's been transpiring, and all I do is give you guys. I give you guys the stories, and I give you guys my thoughts, my opinions, as well as other people's opinions as well. So let's just get it crack-a-lacking. The first order of business we're going to be talking about is Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson. You know, Tina Knowles is the mother of Beyonce. You know, as well as, you guys know I butcher names on a constant, consistent basis, but I think her other sister is Solange. If I'm mispronouncing her name, I do apologize, but you guys know I butcher people's names on a constant, consistent basis. People that are coming in and out, could you please do your boy a favor? Can you please do your boy a solid? Hit the like button and share this with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Okay. But anywho, she recently got a divorce from Richard Lawson, which started off sort of like a fairy tale date. You know, I know on social media, and she's an influencer just like her daughter is, Beyonce. She's the mother of Beyonce as well as Solange. And it started off on good terms, but as they got further into the marriage, it was just harder and harder to continue this partnership between Richard Lawson as well as Tina Knowles. She likes to go on social media, and you can tell Richard Lawson is, he might dabble into social media, but he's not into social media. And you can tell throughout their marriage that it was just getting worse and worse as the weeks, the months went along, as well as the years. I don't know how long they've been married. I don't keep up with Tina Knowles that much. But recently, they got a divorce. They're going their separate ways. I think Richard Lawson is already dating someone that's much, much younger. And Tina Knowles is, just by herself. She's not really commenting on the marriage, other than, as far as what she's promoting on her social media platforms is pretty much her lifestyle, pretty much what's been transpiring with her daughter, Beyonce, and things of that nature. Now, I'm not going to go and do a deep dive on Tina Knowles' first marriage. And I'm not going to necessarily go into Beyonce and how, how Beyonce and Jay-Z may impact the relationship with Richard Lawson and Tina Knowles. I leave that all up to the bloggers out there that's going to give you guys their perspective. But I will go into a couple of videos. I'm not going to be able to show these videos, but you can clearly tell on Richard Lawson's point of view, he was getting tired. He was getting very tiresome of Tina Knowles' diva behaviors, recent interviews where they were being interviewed about their relationship and how Tina Knowles said this was not a perfect relationship, and basically implied that Richard Lawson, there was nothing perfect about Richard Lawson. And you can just tell by her body language and her facial expressions that, I'm gonna be real and be honest with you guys, and a lot of guys don't want guys don't want to hear this, but I feel like this was Tina Knowles' second option, maybe third option. Maybe she had another guy that was higher up on her list of potential candidates that was willing to date Tina Knowles, but she couldn't get that guy to come over as far as being in a serious relationship and possibly marrying. And then maybe, she just settled with Richard Lawson. Okay. Everything everything that we see on social media and everything that is projected by Tina Knowles as well as Richard Lawson, maybe all of that was, maybe that was just all fantasy. Maybe that was just all spinning. But you can just clearly tell in recent interviews, uh, you know, by her own words and by her facial expression and her body language, maybe Richard Lawson wasn't chosen, but basically, he was just last on top of the mountain that we got the opportunity to marry Tina Knowles. Now, a lot of people are saying that Tina Knowles' attitude has really soured ever since she divorced her first husband, and her first husband cheated on her, was dating the backup dancers, that was dating some of the women of the original group Destiny Child, as well as him being in some type of relationship with other women that was managed by him. And he was pretty much heartbroken by that. And it just seems like, when you're going through when you're going through a lot of adversity in your life, make you stronger, or it's going to make you weaker. It's going to make the goodest person be more cautious. It's also going to make the goodest person, start peeling out the layers of protection, and you get to see the person who they actually were in the first place. And then you get you get a glance on why things happen to that situation, to that certain person. Okay, I feel like at the end of the day, we're all good people. It's just some of us make bad choices, make bad mistakes, make bad decisions, and there are some bad people out there. I don't think Tina Knowles is necessarily a bad person, but I do feel like with this, now more and more, the women empowerment is getting stronger and stronger and stronger as the years go on. This is not a fad, it's not going anywhere. And I feel like a lot of women are co-signing to women's empowerment. Women are no longer are women are they're not going to be place second, okay, in the relationship. They're not going to follow their man. They'll stand by their man. But they're not, with this women's empowerment, it's enriching a lot of these women out here, and making women move differently instead of, women, just being a happy housewife. Don't necessarily have to worry about bills, don't necessarily have to worry about finances and this, that, and the third. Just take care of your kids. I just think that type of lifestyle is not very selective to a lot of women out there. And I feel like Tina Knowles, on the first part, the early chapters of her life, she was pretty much, in the background, taking care of of their children, as well as being sort of like a mother to the women that were brought in from her first marriage by her husband, as far as her husband goes with managing them, and being sort of like a mother to them on the road. She sacrificed a lot in her early years, because she saw the vision and she saw the growth and development with Beyonce, with Solange, with a lot of them. And she sacrificed a lot of her life, a lot of her time, you know, uh, being by their side, cultivating them, mommy managing them, before and after her first marriage, you know, and you know, now she's in her, now she's like, I think she's in her 60s. I think when I Googled her, she was like 65 or 67. Now she's living her best life. Okay. She don't necessarily have to sacrifice as much as she did in her earlier years. Beyonce, she's a phenomenon. Solange is doing her thing. Beyonce is married to Jay-Z. They're influencers, they're entrepreneurs. They own their own companies, the same as Beyonce. Beyonce's doing this world tour, this, that, and the third. And the older you get, the less you really need your parents in your corner. Now Beyonce has her own, you know she's doing her own thing. She doesn't need the coddling of her father or her mother. And now her mother is living her best life. Now she's just living her life, and now she's no longer sacrificing for the benefit of the good. Okay, she sacrificed earlier with her first marriage, and she sacrificed with her daughters, with their career as singers and actresses and things of that nature, entrepreneurs, influencers. She sacrificed all of that for them, for the benefit of the good. Now she no longer has to do that, and not only that, she feels like there's no need for her to do that. Okay, she doesn't have to necessarily, just cope with it. All right. And now a lot of people think that she's, I feel like a lot of these TikTok videos, a lot of these interviews really don't put Tina Knowles in the best light. I think a lot of people feel like Tina Knowles is a diva. She's, I just feel like this was always her in the beginning. A lot of people feel like, well, ever since her daughters are blowing up, now she's becoming this queen diva. I just think it was always there, but we never noticed it because of Tina Knowles had to sacrifice a lot of herself, her personalities, her dreams, her goals, her ambitions, and for the benefit of the good, for her, as far as her first husband goes, as far as her daughters go. And now, since, all that is settled, she's divorced her first husband, and he's doing whatever he wants to do. She's doing whatever she wants to do. They don't necessarily have to sacrifice the rest of their lives to cultivate Beyonce as well as Solange. I mean, they're doing their own things. All right. So now, a lot of people saying that now, ever since her daughters are on the they're the ish of Hollywood and in entertainment, they feel like Tina Knowles, this diva persona has now developing, and it has been grown from her daughters. But I really do feel like this was always with Tina Knowles. It's just we never saw it because Tina Knowles sacrificed her personality, sacrificed a lot of things. And now she no longer has to do those things. So now you get to see the actual Tina Knowles. She's a Louisiana girl. She has some Creole in her. And I have not dated someone with that in them, but I have worked with women like that. And with one woman in particular like that. And a lot of people thought that she was mean, and a lot of people thought that she's all about herself. I feel like and I'm saying all women are not like this, but the two examples, Tina Knowles and this woman that I used to work with, uh they got the same type of vibe and the same type of behavior. It's not the fact that they're divas, it's the fact that all the sacrificing that they did, now they no longer have to sacrifice. Now they no longer they have to be a certain individual for others to grow and process and grow and promote. They don't have to stand by and cultivate that. Now they're living their best life. And I feel like Tina Knowles the same way. I think this was always in her. And I feel like it's a pride thing with Creole women that are from Louisiana, have Louisiana backgrounds or Louisiana accents and things of that nature. Um, I think that they're prideful, and they're also protective, and they're also loving, and they also are willing to sacrifice for the benefit of the good. And I do feel like, everyone's taking slights at Tina Knowles and calling her a diva and this, that, and the third. This was always in her, and one person can have the perspective of her being a diva, but another person can look at it as this woman has so much pride, she's willing to sacrifice her pride, her ego, for the benefit of the good, which is making sure that her significant other is, you know, having a, blossoming as far as a career goes, or her children are blossoming as far as a career goes, and she's putting all that on the back burner. The things, her dreams, her ambitions, okay, her pride, her ego. She putting all that stuff on the back burner for the benefit of the good. So yeah, I know a lot of people, a lot of these interviews that Tina Knowles did with her new husband, a lot of these TikTok videos are now surfacing, and it's, really putting Tina Knowles in a bad perspective and in a bad light. But I just feel like you're finally getting to see another side of Tina Knowles. Now, as far as her marriage goes with Richard Lawson, and I said this earlier, I don't think Richard Lawson was her first option, her first choice. Obviously, uh, clearly, when you listen to her videos about no one is perfect, I do feel like she has an idealism of the perfect man, and her perfect man has to fit her criteria. All right, and I just don't think Richard Lawson was her first choice. I don't think Richard Lawson was her second choice. I just feel like it was he was just the last man standing. Okay, he was just there. All right. So you can clearly tell through a lot of videos on social media, on Instagram, on TikTok, and when they did their interviews, you can clearly tell that this wasn't her best choice. And you and Richard Lawson took it to the chin, pause, and in the beginning of their relationship, he just dealt with it. Okay, it was just the fact of, okay, you want to date a beautiful woman. These are pretty girl um things you have to deal with. Okay, she's a beautiful woman, an attractive woman, and these are the pros and cons you have to deal with when you're dealing with a woman like this. Okay, and in the beginning, he can set aside his feelings and set aside his pride, because this is what you had to deal with. Now, as the as the relationship grew, and there's more months and years tatted on the year on this marriage. Now, all that stuff starts to wear out. Now you're growing tiresome of your significant other. Okay, and we all been there and done that. The tiredness of trying to shield yourself from your significant other when they say and do things that you don't necessarily co-sign with. And we have all experienced and seen relationships where you and where they're the female in the relationship is more controlling. She says what she wants. She says what she wants to say. She does what she wants to do. And then you have the quiet man in the background just dealing with it. Okay, I'm just dealing with it. Y'all know how she is. Y'all know how, she doesn't really mean what she says. Sort of kind of be her buffer when she's dealing with other people. That's married to that woman saying, oh, okay, y'all know how, the quiet, soft-spoken guy that, uh, protects everything what she says and does, even though it can be hurtful, even though she can say something very hurtful, or even though she says something really mean or nasty. uh they always disguise it as, I'm just keeping it real. Okay, you just can't handle the fact that I'm just simply keeping it real. All right, and we all have been in relationships or witness relationships like that. Okay, so I just feel like, Tina Knowles is, she's done being the protector. She's done sacrificing her pride, her ego, her personality, and this is the personality she always been. Okay, it's just in the beginning, in the beginning of Beyonce and Solange's relationship, and Destiny Child and her first husband, she just put all that aside because she saw the vision. She saw how talented her daughter was. All right. And she said, well, and that justified her putting her beliefs, her personality, her pride, her ego to the backside. Now she no longer has to do that no more. Okay, she no longer has to do that no more, and she living her best life. And now you get to see the actual Tina Knowles. I don't think Tina Knowles is a diva. I do feel like Tina Knowles is just going to say what she wants to say. Now, can she be tamed? And I hate the word tame in a relationship. All right, because it feels like you're being controlling. All right, I do feel like she's going to learn from this relationship. I don't think she's going to ever marry again. She may just be in long-term relationships, uh, and she might look up and find. And a lot of people calling Richard Lawson a simp. Uh, I do feel like Richard Lawson it tried to do his best to salvage this relationship and to keep this relationship, even if it meant, and, they sort of did a flip. Okay, Richard Lawson was in was doing what Tina Knowles was doing with her first husband, being the protector and always making excuses for her husband. Okay, now Richard Lawson is doing the same for Tina Knowles. Okay, with her behavior and her attitude. Now he's being the protector and making excuses for her until he couldn't tolerate it no more. I do feel like Tina Knowles is going to date again. There's, and like my mom always says, there's someone for everybody. Okay. But I feel like her next relationship is going to she's going to learn from this previous relationship and not make those mistakes again. And or she's just going to get worse in her next relationship. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Okay. But I feel like your bounce back relationship tells a lot about you. It tells, okay, did you learn anything from your previous relationship? The things that you said or did wrong in that relationship, the things that your significant other said and did wrong in that previous relationship. Are you going to make those same mistakes, those same errors, pretty much bringing that baggage from one bad relationship into a relationship that can go sour or go left real fast and real quick? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see in her next. I think it's gonna be a low profile type relationship. Someone that's not on the radar as far as social media or super famous. Just someone that's is making the money, is very successful in their craft and in their art, that we really don't know about, a businessman, whatever. And we're just going to have to wait and see what Tina Knowles learns from her previous relationships. Okay, so yeah, that's all. That's all I want to say about Tina Knowles. Guys, do me a favor, do me a solid. When you come in, even if it's for a second, for a minute, or for the whole entire live stream, please hit the like button, comment below. Rate, comment, subscribe, and let's get this podcast as well as this YouTube channel in the YouTube algorithm. Moving on. All right. We're going to talk about LisaRaye McCoy. LisaRaye McCoy's been living under a rock. Allow your boy to explain. She was internationally known in cinema when she did The Players Club. You know, she never capitalized off The Players Club. You know, she, been in several productions in movies and televisions and things of that nature, but she never she never capitalized off her popularity in Players Club. All right. She's going to be always known for Diamond than anything else. Okay, I think her stripper name was Diamond. It's been so long since I've seen Players Club. Players Club made a lot of people internationally known. Okay, we got to see the biggest and the brightest from Bernie Mac, and he left Players Club, and he was making hits on top of hits as far as movies and television, the Bernie Mac show, things of that nature. Ice Cube gone. He was already famous as a rapper in the hip hop culture. He did Friday. So he was already in the lane as far as popularity go, but it just made his star even brighter as an actor. Instead of portraying the same gangster type of persona like in Boys in the Hood, it elevated him into other things. All right. So everyone popularized off of Players Club, and it just seemed like LisaRaye, it just seemed like, I don't know if it was her per se, or maybe it's her manager or her agent, but she would always be sort of typecast into roles that she pretty much done and pretty much had that persona in Players Club, and you just didn't get to see the range on LisaRaye as an actress. Okay, you don't know whether or not was she a good actress or was she's a bad actress. Okay, but she has, as far as her life goes, she's on social media. She's been in a couple of relationships. I think she was in a relationship with some guru, some social media influencer that was overseas. She was sort of in a relationship with them. I don't know what happened or transpired from that. But yeah, now she's on Fox Soul, and it's a weekly show. I don't really necessarily watch Fox Soul. I think Fox Soul has LisaRaye, Vivica Fox, and I think they have someone else, some other female. And I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you guys. These are women that has been there and done that, and I feel like Hollywood is pretty much shun them away. So they can't, get any opportunities in Hollywood. As far as reality TV goes, like when you look at Vivica Fox and LisaRaye, they would have flourished on reality TV when they were in their prime and when they were much younger. But now not so much. They're a lot older. LisaRaye did OnlyFans. I don't know if she still has an OnlyFans. Okay, that was the only LisaRaye news I knew about, other than her in a relationship with this guru. But that she's doing Fox Soul, and they talk about different things that's in the entertainment in Black cinema, or what's going on in the Black culture, and they talk about different things, and LisaRaye talked about her dating life, that she's dateless and she's tired of being alone, going to bed alone. She even talked about the toys that she dabbles into when she has those urges. Okay, and LisaRaye is trying to portray it's that bad out there. She can't find anyone that wants to date her, or to want, or can get certain things from, which is pleasure. And the one thing I want to say before we do a deep dive into, let me just go ahead and say this. I feel like LisaRaye is the perfect example of someone that would just date someone because they're desiring a certain thing. Okay. Not necessarily desiring and thirsting for a relationship, but just dating someone for just one particular thing. Okay. You know, she once was married to a guy that was like the mayor or the president of some islands in the Caribbean, which was proven false. She got out of that relationship, and then now she's in this, well, she was in a relationship with this guru who's on social media. He's a social media influencer overseas, and now she's in and out of that relationship. But if you look at those two relationships, what they have in common, it's not the fact that these are, and I'm not saying these guys are not good guys, but it's not the fact that she was in love with these guys. It's not the fact that these guys are good guys. It's just a simple fact that these guys were portrayed to be wealthy guys. And the only reason why LisaRaye associated herself with these two types of guys, with these two guys, was the pure fact of them being presumed wealthy. Okay. She wanted to date these guys because she did not want to go back to a 9-to-5 lifestyle. Let's just face facts and face reality. Hollywood is not clamoring for LisaRaye. LisaRaye has been there and done that, sort of say. Okay. Now, Hollywood is like us as guys when we're thirsting for the popular girl. Okay. Every summer it introduced a different big booty chick. And us as guys, we thirst over the next big booty chick. Now we're thirsting over Ice Spice. Okay. It's just the way how guys, look and view women, or the importance of a woman. Okay. We will look at a woman's body, how big her breast is or how big her booty is, and that's more valuable to us than her mind. Okay, it's just the facts, and that's just reality. It is what it is. Okay, I'm just telling you guys. All right, so we have those moments. All right, so at that point, LisaRaye was looking for someone that can take care of her. Okay, that was quote unquote wealthy. Okay, now won't his ass, well, then why would she just date a wealthy guy in the States? Guys that are presumed, that guys that are high value men and that are wealthy, okay, they're not lurking and searching for Lisa woman that's 20 or 30 years younger than LisaRaye, someone that they can mold, someone that they can control, and someone that is pretty much a trophy wife. Okay. LisaRaye is much older. She's much more seasonal. LisaRaye still looks good. She still has her body, but guys prefer a younger woman. Okay. So it's due to the fact that LisaRaye's age, she's not really desirable to a high value man in these states. Okay, so that's why she looks elsewhere. Okay, she might be valuable to someone else overseas. That's why it explains the two relationships that she was currently in, and they didn't pay out very well. All right, but at that time she was positioning herself in a relationship, but she didn't necessarily want to be in a quote unquote relationship. She just wanted someone to take care of her. If it meant that she had to be in a relationship with them, then so be it. Excuse me. Okay. So now she's on Fox Soul. She's making a living. And now she's no longer the topic of discussion. Now she's in a situation where uh, she has to talk about stories or talk about someone or some other female celebrity or celebrities in general, because they got the motion, they got the wave out there. She's on Fox Soul talking about Ice Spice, and low key, if you put LisaRaye and Vivica Fox uh, uh, in a truth telling machine, they will tell you what they really think about women such as Ice Spice or Black China or Kim Kardashian, okay, or Amber Rose or Lotto, or Gorilla. They will tell you, if you can give them some truth serum or whatever, they'll tell you what they think of these women. They think of these women as not that they're not as talented as Vivica Fox or LisaRaye. They have not been in uh big time production type of movies or shows or things of that nature like Vivica Fox and LisaRaye. Okay, and they're not as seasoned as LisaRaye and Vivica Fox. If you put them on a lie detector test, they think they're more talented than them. They're more attractive. They're just as attractive as these younger girls. Okay, it's just the simple fact of Vivica Fox and LisaRaye are much older. They're not as desirable as these younger women. And if they were the same age as these younger women, they will be thriving in this new this new type of way how women are making money. Particularly, social media is bigger now than it was when Vivica Fox and LisaRaye was there. Now you got the advent of reality TV. You got OnlyFans. You now it was unheard of when Vivica Fox and LisaRaye, when they were in their prime and on the height of their popularity, it was unheard of, LisaRaye or Vivica Fox going into music or going into reality TV or OnlyFans or making money on social media. It was pretty much unheard of. It was either you perfected your craft and you just didn't have time to do other things. Now, if you look at Sweetie and Ice Spice and Dola Cat and all these women, they're it's not the fact that they're multi-talented, other lanes, okay, and they can make money in with makeup. They can make money on weaves. They make money on endorsements. They make money in music. They make money on reality shows. They make money on movies. It's just the sky's the limit for these women. Now more than ever. And Vivica Fox and LisaRaye is from, and I don't think they have any animosity towards these women. It's just they feel like, wow, if we was their age, we would be blowing this thing up. Because not only will be their age, but we'll be far more talented than these women. All right. But it is what it is. So LisaRaye on Fox Soul talked about how, in her her life isn't as glamorous as it once was. She's not the big booty chick that's introduced every summer. All right. She's not at the front of the line no more. She's pretty much on the sidelines. Okay. Not every man wants to be with LisaRaye. Okay. And now she's talking about her dating life. Okay. But now she's talking about her dating life and she's tired of being alone and pleasuring herself with sex toys. I feel like these conversations are different. All right. They're not the same. Okay. If I don't think LisaRaye is going in, I don't think LisaRaye wants a commitment in a real relationship. I just think LisaRaye wants to be in a relationship to get whatever she wants at that particular time, which is being taken care of. She wants to be in a relationship with a man that's wealthy, just only for that factor. She and the way how she worded this, she's alone and she's tired of being alone in bed, but she really wants to be in some type of relationship where a man can pleasure her in bed, but she doesn't necessarily wants to be in a traditional relationship. She don't necessarily talk about being in a traditional relationship, being a 50-50 partner in a relationship, you know, uh, you know, being in a relationship with someone going through the relationship vibes and building a family and possibly kids. I don't think LisaRaye can produce kids, but there's other ways you can have children without the old-fashioned way of Mother Nature. You guys know what I mean. I'm not going to go further into that, but I feel like LisaRaye is looking at it as, you know, she's just looking for one thing out of a relationship, and that's it. I feel like you would think, and she's out of her prime. And no disrespect to LisaRaye or Vivica Fox, but they're not the most desirable women on the planet. I'm just sorry, they're just not. Back in the '90s, yeah, but you know, times have changed and women have replaced them, okay, as far as being desirable, okay. So I feel like when you're out of your prime, you have to adjust with whatever lifestyle or whatever life brings to you, okay. Life sometimes brings you gold bricks, and if you're out of your prime, sometimes life gives you lemonade. But you can make will bring you lemons, but you can make lemonade out of lemons. Okay. It don't necessarily have to be a bad situation if life brings you lemon. You just make lemonade out of it. Just like when you was in your prime, life will bring you gold bars. Okay. You made them into something. You make something out of the lemons that life brings to you. All right. So um Raye needs to start thinking more about settling down. If she really wants to be in a committed relationship, you know, it's not what you want. It's not that one thing you want out of a relationship. You also have to have the mindset of, I'm in a relationship um, because of A, B, C, D, and he's in a relationship with me because A, B, C, D, and we sort of have to um, form a partnership and be in relationship for the right reasons. So when LisaRaye was talking about that on Fox Soul, I just thought that was kind of weird. And she clearly has the mindset that she's still the ish that a lot of men desire her. I believe there are men out there that desire LisaRaye, but I don't think LisaRaye is just going to settle down with anybody. Okay, if you're not making the right type of money for LisaRaye, first and foremost, you're not even going to get an opportunity to even talk to her, much less bag. Okay, uh, but it is what it is. You start noticing a lot of these older actresses that like the Halle Berrys and the LisaRays and the Vivica. Well, not so much of Vivica Fox. Well, at a certain extent with Vivica Fox, but you saw a lot of these women that wanted to be classy, like Diana Ross, or Beyonce. They just didn't throw themselves to anybody. Now, if you look at this new generation of women, they throw themselves to anybody. All right. They're not trying to be a certain persona. They're not trying to be classy. I think being a classy woman is out in today's modern times. All right. If you don't have a stripper mentality, or if you're not flaunting what you got, then it makes life a little bit difficult for you as far as your significant other. All right. um But yeah, so uh, you know, uh, you know, LisaRaye. I don't know her personally, but I feel like LisaRaye, is I feel like she needs to settle down and you know, settle down and just come to the realization that you're not the same LisaRaye like back with the Players Club and Jamie Foxx. I forgot about Jamie Foxx. There was a lot of great actors and actresses that came from the Players Club that had that flourished after Players Club and just been in better and better movies and better shows, and their star just gotten so bright. Okay. And it just so and when you look at LisaRaye, it seems like the popularity train, she missed the popularity train. Everyone hopped in from doing that uh, uh doing Players Club and going on to bigger and better things. And it just seemed like it just left LisaRaye at the train station. All right. Even and I can't think of the midget's name. He went on and did Me, Myself, and Irene. Even R.I.P. to him. I do apologize. I forgot his name, but he did Me, Myself, and Irene. He did with Billy Bob Thornton. I think it was called Bad Santa. He was in Bad Santa 2. I didn't think Bad Santa needed a sequel, but you know how Hollywood is, all right? And I mean, he went on to other things, and he just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. He really started off. He was always an actor, but he really got his big break, in my humble opinion, when he did Friday. And Cube said, "Hey, I'm doing Players Club. Um, would you mind going into Players Club?" I think he was in Players Club. Not 100% sure about that now. But it was Ezell. All right, Ezell was dead Friday, and then when he was alive, he talked about how he didn't get paid very well on Friday, and a disagreement with him and Ice Cube. But then Ice Cube brought him to the Players Club. I felt like he did better work on the Players Club than he did as playing Ezell on Friday, the original Friday. That's just my humble estimation about it. Okay. But yeah, man, I messed that up. I thought that that guy, and I shouldn't say the M word, small people. That's the best terminology to describe them. But nevertheless, it just seemed like everyone from the Players Club, they got on the popularity train and they did bigger and better things. And LisaRaye just got left at the train station. And can you even remember the next project LisaRaye got herself into? I don't remember that project. Okay. A lot of people felt like LisaRaye as an actress didn't hone in on her actress skills. Her range was not that deep. It was not that in depth. It's not like LisaRaye was like Angela Bassett. Okay, you can't go from playing Martin Luther King's wife to playing Tina Turner. Now you're the queen of Wakanda. With Wakanda Forever. Because Angela Bassett has incredible range, all right, incredible skill, incredible talent. When you compare Angela Bassett to LisaRaye, a lot of people felt like LisaRaye range was not that deep. It was not that far. It's like LisaRaye can only be the stripper. You couldn't see LisaRaye as a registered nurse. You couldn't see LisaRaye being Martin Luther King's wife. You couldn't see LisaRaye being a school teacher. And she even talked about this. She talked about it in it's a very old interview. Like after Players Club, she was getting offers, but it was pretty much the same character. Okay, and you have to remember, Hollywood was at that time, it wasn't freely thought of like it is now. You know, if you played if you played a bum, a homeless dude on one movie, and that movie got popular, uh, when you try to find work again, it's not like you can become a brain surgeon. They sort of pigeonhole you in as the bum. Okay, you the homeless guy. You did good in that picture as a homeless guy. In this new project, we want you to be the homeless guy in that movie and in that project. Okay, it just seemed like Hollywood was one-minded. Like, but at the end of the day, if you're talented, you're talented. And I remember Ice Cube talked about in an interview that was all after Boys in the Hood. That was all the movies. After that, that's the only type of movies that he got opportunities for. And it took him a minute to show Hollywood, no, I'm much more than Doughboy. I got much more range than being Doughboy. All right. So I felt like, LisaRaye should have gotten back into the lab, focused and honed in on her skills. And then who knows, LisaRaye could have, been in those other productions. Okay. So that's all I got for LisaRaye. Before we move on into the I first like to tell you guys this: no matter if you come in or out of a live stream, can you do your boy a favor? Can you do your boy a solid? Hit the like button. It wouldn't hurt to comment as well, and share this live stream with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Okay, I really do appreciate the people out there that have been coming in and out. I really do appreciate everyone that has been subscribed to me. It doesn't matter if you've been subscribed to me day one or you just recently subscribed to me. I like to give a shout out to all of you guys out there. Also like to give a shout out to the people that have been donating to the Don Squad movement. I really do appreciate that. Keep them coming. Like I said, you can also be you could be the stream sponsor, excuse me. Or I went in a whole hour and I didn't struggle stream. I just struggle stream right there. Okay, so I'm just telling you I'm getting good at this. All right, but nevertheless, if you want to be the stream sponsor for next week's stream, all you have to do is hit the Cash app. Okay, hit the Cash app. You can become the stream sponsor. If you do a super chat, you can also be the stream sponsor too. Now, if we get multiple people donating, then I'll just pick the one who donated the most, and they be the stream sponsor. But I'm still going to give shout outs to everyone else out there who donates. And don't forget, please hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges as well as its perks. All right. So I'm going to be reading messages for people that are members only. And real fast, real quick, there are recommendations. Like I put recommendations in the live streams, and one of the recommendations is you have to be subscribed and you have to watch 5 minutes of the live stream or 5 minutes of anything, and then you can comment. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen next week, but I feel like eventually this will happen. I will select member only people that want to comment. All right. It's not going to happen this stream, not going to happen the next, but it will eventually happen. So I just want to let people know out there that people that's coming in, hit the like button. You can also comment in the comment section, but also want to let you guys know that I'm going to select members. So if you become a member of I'm Chris Don 1, I will post your comment, read your comment, and thoughts on your comment. Okay. So that's going to happen, but we're going to wait a couple of live streams before we make that official. All right. But We're gonna move on. Hit the like button, rate, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, family, and followers. Get this in the YouTube algorithm. You hear me? Now we're gonna move on to the next order of business. Okay, we're gonna be talking about DJ Envy of the Breakfast Club and one of his financial business partners, and I forgot his name, had his name registered in my membrane, and I forgot it that fast, that quick. But nevertheless, I'm still the best. It really doesn't matter. But when we first heard about him being in this scam, this real estate scam, you know, DJ Envy being implicated in this, when we first heard it, it was his business associate. And DJ Envy had no knowledge of what he was doing. And shout out to Tony the Closer. Tony the Closer has been investigating this. I will say this about Tony the Closer. Okay. I do feel like if you want to know anything or real estate and anything like that, subscribe to Tony the Closer's channel. I think he does a deep dive. He's very thorough, very knowledgeable about that. But still, at the end of the day, whatever advice you take from anybody, no matter if it's Tony the Closer, DJ Envy, whoever, it's the onus is on you to do your homework on whatever investment that you're thinking about investing in, and also do not invest money that if you lose it, now you have to make life choice decisions with your lifestyle. All right. I wouldn't invest all my money in anything. I'll invest something small that if I lose out on it, I lose out on it. All right. It's no big deal. All right. But that's just me. You do whatever you want to do. All right. But nevertheless, but also with Tony the Closer, I will say this. Tony the Closer can sometimes be one-sided. All right. He can be one-sided. All right. Particularly, if he has animosity against you, or he doesn't like you, or you had a bad dealing venture with him, well, he had a bad business venture with you, he's going to be one-sided with the argument. Okay. However, I do feel like Tony the Closer and Closer, I do feel like he's been on par with this story. And I want to give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Tony the Closer, because he's uh, uh I didn't know anything about this until Tony the Closer talked about it. He pretty much was the only one in the beginning talking about it, and now everybody's talking about it. Now everybody, is jumping on the story, including including me. And the reason why I'm jumping in is so late, because I don't know, the when it comes to, I know finances, but only finances that limited and benefit me. But anything beyond that is something I have to do my homework, I have to do my due diligence and things of that nature. So as a financial, you shouldn't take the advice from me on a financial level, particularly about this news or anything else. And it's just something I don't dabble into nor talk about. Okay. So my financial experience is very limited, particularly when it comes in investing into real estate. But that's what's pretty much going on with Tony the Closer. He's talking about how this is a scam, this is a Ponzi scheme. And at first, we thought it was DJ Envy's partner was the ringleader of this. Now comes word from Tony the Closer that DJ Envy hands are dirty in this as well. And at first, in the beginning, DJ Envy did a live stream with Tony the Closer, was willing to get Tony the Closer and his partner in a live stream to hash things out one way or the other. It didn't happen. DJ Envy implicated Tony the Closer on why that didn't why they couldn't get that live stream going with his business associate, with Tony the Closer. Tony the Closer said that it was, DJ Envy it was a spawn of the moment, and maybe he didn't have time to do it. But nevertheless, if DJ Envy partner wanted to clear his name and want to show the world that this is an ultimate lie, and Tony the Closer is not aware of this, or either Tony the Closer is not aware of the full situation, or Tony the Closer is trying to chase clout because of this. And DJ Envy accused Tony the Closer of that. Okay, but they couldn't get it together. And like I said, if there was something that can clear your name, you at least try to attempt to do that. Now, at the end of the day, court of public opinion doesn't mean, if you're guilty in court of public opinion, that don't necessarily mean that you're guilty in an actual trial. Now, since then, DJ Envy has his attorneys have been doing more talking and putting things in motion, like a cease and desist for Tony the Closer, talking about this and no longer using DJ Envy's name, implicating him into this. That's as far as it's going with this. But if there's smoke, there's fire. Before we get into it, allegedly, okay? This is what's going on. That DJ Envy is from Tony the Closer's own video and what he wrote on social media. DJ Envy has more to do with this Ponzi scheme. It's more than meets the eye, and he may be one of the ringleaders, allegedly, and basically is scheming and stealing money from a lot of people. All right, promising these people, this group of people, that they was going to build a high rise or an apartment. And DJ Envy is claiming, well, due to COVID, they had to push back, or this project had to push this project back further. And that's the reason why they haven't continued on this project. So one could argue, well, they might be literally stealing money from a group of investors, because they're no longer putting any effort into this project. Now, DJ Envy is coming from the perspective of what COVID has slowed down a lot of things. The effect of COVID has slowed down a lot of things. And I remember having this conversation, and I was talking, and I remember I remember a lot of people talking about now more, and this was like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. The housing market was on a boom. I mean, everybody, their mama, their grandmamas, everybody was trying to get in, was trying to get a house. Okay, now more than ever, I think it was like a year ago, 2 years ago, it was easier to qualify for a mortgage. People were, buying houses left to right. You started seeing a lot of houses being developed and built. Like every time you turned the corner, there was a house being built. Okay, the housing boom was at an all-time apex. All right, I feel like that was 2 years ago. Now, fast forward to today. Now a lot of people are upside down in those mortgages, and a lot of those houses are not as valuable as they once was 2 years ago. So if you're upside down in a house, it's kind of hard and difficult to get out of that house. All right, because you owe more on the house than what the house is actually valued and listed for. Okay, holy. All right, so a lot of people are trying to figure out ways to get out of their mortgage. Some people just have to, it is what it is, that there's no way in the world you're going to be able to get out of this situation. Other people have downsized. They was once in a bigger house. Now they have the capabilities to downsize into a smaller house that fits their budget and fits what they can afford. And it just goes to show you that the banks did not care one iota. The banks were pretty much rubber stamping anybody that applied for a mortgage, and they didn't put in that the people that were getting into these houses, they didn't care if they can afford the note, afford the mortgage, afford the daily things that you have to do and deal with a house. The banks didn't care about that. They were just rubber stamping everybody. Okay, you get a house, you get a house, you get a house, because of the effects of COVID. The banks were struggling 2 years ago. Okay, and now if you look at it today, there are some banks that are closing, okay, because of this. All right. So now a lot of people are upside down in these houses, and some people just say it is what it is. And it's not just the houses, it's just the simple fact that cars, okay, people got these crazy car notes paying almost $1,000 a month for a car that is not as valuable or worth than what it is. All right. So some people just got to deal with it. Some people just going to have to, stay in that note a year longer or 2 years longer. And this is the effect of COVID. Okay. The after effects of COVID. Not only that, groceries have gone expensive. Okay. Not just this summer, but all year round. The cost of living has gone up, but the salary and how much you make is not going up. It's just staying where it is. So people are making money what they were making 2 or 3 years ago, but everything around them has gone up. Okay, making life unbearable. As far as getting groceries, $100 worth of groceries isn't the same like it was 5 years ago. Gas has gone up. And, gas has always gone up, in the summer. But I remember last year, 2 years ago, gas was so expensive. People were spending over $100 to fill their tanks up. Okay. So it's just the effects of COVID, the after effects of COVID. COVID slowed down a lot of other a lot of industries, factories, retail, hospitals. Okay, schools. It just shut down a lot of a lot of uh, a lot of communities out there that we desperately need on a day in, day out basis. All right. And it also reared its ugly head in entertainment. Hollywood at one point was struggling. There was one point in time where AMC was about to shut down all of their movie theaters because of COVID. Okay. It slowed down the production of a lot of stuff that's going on with Hollywood. And Hollywood is now, you got this perfect storm where Hollywood is trying to recoup some of the money that they lost during COVID, on top of the writers are on strike, the actors on strike, and it looks like there's no end to that. Okay, so now you got the perfect storm in Hollywood, which means that there's going to be a lot of studios that's going to have to shut down and close for good. There's a lot of not the A-list actors, not the B-list actors, but we're talking about just the supporting actors. They're going to have to find a job and still manage to be on the show. Now, they said some girl that was on the Orange is the New Black, on that hit show that was on Netflix, she's talking about how she got to work 2 jobs to make ends meet. Okay. So it's also forcing the entertainment world to outsource and to move their productions and their studios to other cities or other countries, and just move out of Hollywood, because it's just getting increasingly expensive to live in Hollywood. Okay, so you actors playing in, and now uh and going back to DJ Envy and his partner, it's affecting them as far as investors, real estate consultants, real estate developing condominiums or houses. Now the housing market and building has slowed down. Okay, because it just costs too much money to have a construction team, to have a construction company. Everything is slowing down. Now, in some places, it's not slowed down, it just simply stopped. Okay. But and this is probably one of the reasons why DJ Envy and his partner can't proceed further into this as far as getting the investors to pour in for these apartments, for these condominiums. Okay, it's getting more. It's just getting more and more expensive, and the money that people have already put aside to invest this is just not enough money for at the end of the day to make a profit. They not only make a profit for DJ Envy and his business partner, but for all the other investors. Okay, you just don't put money into something to lose money. Okay, you put money in to make more money. And 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was solid to invest in real estate and to invest in projects such as building houses and condominiums and malls and retail outlets and stores and things of that nature. But this is the effect of the after effects of COVID. Now, it's slowing down some. It's getting more and more expensive. And that could be the reason why ultimately they have to reconfigure how they're going to move further. Okay, and maybe that's why still no word on if they're going to continue this project or not. Okay, that probably be one of the reasons. But another reason is they probably are. I don't, they're and allegedly they probably are. This probably is a scam. But if this is a scam, this scam has been cultivating and developing for years. All right. But a lot of people are losing their money. And now a lot of people want their return in their investment now. Some people just can't afford to wait another year. So it's got DJ Envy and his partner reaching and scrambling and trying to push it a little bit faster. But, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I don't believe DJ Envy is doing scams or trying to steal money or anything like that. I don't know DJ Envy for a can of paint. Okay, I could be totally wrong about this, but judging DJ Envy from afar, I don't think DJ Envy is a scammer. I don't have a lot of support for his business associate because I don't know a lot about him. Okay. But I do believe DJ Envy would not be lined up or in par with something that's stealing money from others. That's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to have to be, unfortunately, settled in a court of law. And then that's when we'll find out the other pieces of what really happened and what really transpired. Okay. But I don't think DJ Envy is scamming people and stealing people's money. But like I said, that's on the outside looking in. I don't know too much about his business associate to say whether or not he's a scammer or not. Ultimately serious when DJ Envy's legal team is putting a cease and desist with Tony the Closer. Now, I feel like Tony the Closer is going to abide by this, and he's going to tread carefully. I don't think he's going to do a Tasha K, where Tasha K was recklessly accusing Cardi B of some false narratives and fabrications and lies and things of that nature, which ultimately got a huge judgment placed on the head of Tasha K. And now you're seeing Tasha K move very, very carefully Now you're seeing Tasha K preparing for the worst, because sooner rather than later, she's going to have to deal with this judgment that the judge placed on her head, because Cardi B is going to want her money. All right. And yeah, and we're going to talk about Offset's new video with Cardi B and how it screams in ties with Cardi B's situation with Tasha K. We're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. But yeah, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Don't forget to share this live stream with your friends, family, and followers. If you want to support the channel even further, hit the join membership button. Remember, membership has its privileges. You can also donate to the channel through Super Chat or the Cash App. Hit the Cash App link in the comment section, okay? Whoever donates the most or just donates entirely will be the stream sponsor on the next Tuesday for this podcast, okay? So without further ado, let's move from that situation. I don't think we spent a lot of time on the DJ Envy situation, and the reason why I couldn't spend a lot of time on the DJ Envy situation, because it's all speculations, okay? And I'm tired of keep saying allegedly. Okay, there's really no concrete proof or evidence whether or not DJ Envy is a good dude or someone that's running a scam allegedly. But there's really not a lot of substance out there that we can talk about. Okay, I feel like ultimately we'll have to wait until DJ Envy gets his day in court to prove to everyone out there that he's not in this. This is not a scam. And, we'll just have to wait to see. Okay. Just, we're just going to have to just wait a little bit longer. Okay. Okay. But moving on. This is what we call the portion of the live stream news and notes. Just a couple of tidbits that I've been noticing that's on my, that's trending on social media. First rule of the conversation, like we're gonna go into the Offset video. Offset came out with a video a couple of days ago, maybe it was yesterday, I can't recall nor remember, called Jealousy or Jealous or whatever. And it was a montage to the Baby Boy movie. Now, those out there who've been living under a rock, I like your boy to explain, Tyrese, as well as I forgot that lady that did Empire. I want to say Tasha K. Well, not Tasha K. I forgot that girl's name. Well, she was in this movie with Tyrese and Snoop Dogg and Vin Rames. It's amazing how I can remember everyone else's name except her name. But anyway, and before we get into that, do you know everybody that was in part of that movie gone on and did other things that start just even brighten even further? Vin Rames, he was always part of the Mission Impossible things. Snoop Dogg went on and now he's got a show with Martha Stewart. His work with Kevin Hart. Tyrese went on to the Fast and the Furious and never looked back, as well as the Transformers. I forgot her name. She was in Empire. She went on and did Empire as well as other movies. It just goes to show, if you're talented, all right, your talent is going to transition you into other opportunities and other jobs. Whereas if you're not talented and you're just attractive, it can, it can get you that first role, but it's also going to pigeonhole you as, well, you're just an actor or an actress that's got a pretty face. So let's just put you in roles that fit, that shows your beauty or your attractiveness. Pause, particularly when you're talking about actors, all right, and actresses, all right. So it just goes to show. But anywho, So Offset did video came out called Jealousy, which comes on the heels of, Offset is doing some great things. He did an homage to Takeoff with Quavo. I think that was very important as far as Offset goes. And it also heals mentally. It heals a lot of things and a lot of turmoils that they had as far as the group, the Amigos. I don't, we're never going to see all three of them because God, bless Offset. He done RIP to him. Not Offset, Takeoff. RIP to Takeoff. We're never going to see the original members of the Amigos, but maybe it will bless us, particularly in the hip hop culture, of Offset, collaborating with Quavo. All right, maybe not. All right, but you see a montage of the Amigos and Takeoff in this new video. You see a montage of Takeoff in Offset's video as well as the Amigos. Pretty much they're all on good terms, their family and things of that nature. That was embedded in this Offset Jealousy video. You also got to see Offset doing a song with Cardi B, his wife. They, like I said, they did the baby boy montage. It would have been great if they would have gotten Snoop Dogg and Tyrese, and I forgot that lady's name. Anyway, she was also a star in Baby Boy, and also Vin Rames make a quick appearance, a quick cameo, whatever. Would have been great, but hey, look, I feel like what they had already had was good enough. As far as Offset goes, it only brightened his star as a solo artist, because let's just be fair and be real. When Offset was doing his solo album and when Takeoff and Quavo was doing their joint album, and Quavo did an album on his own, you know, people still, when they did their own solo projects, people was just saying it's just an extension to the Amigos. All right. They will always be known as the Amigos, even if they did their own solo projects. People just assume, well, that's just the Amigos. All right. But it didn't really capitalize them as individuals. It really didn't capitalize Offset as an individual. Now, it helped when he did features with Drake. It helped when it helped more with Drake than with Offset, or when Offset collabed with Cardi B. It helped Cardi B more so than Offset. That's one of the reasons why they got the sponsorship deal with McDonald's, because the corporation McDonald's wanted to do a collaboration with Cardi B, and Cardi B and that. Okay. So as far as a solo artist, and he put out some solo work, people just, inlined it with the Amigos more so than, oh, this is an Offset project. Okay. But let's just continue. So I feel like this new video identifies him differently. Then he's more than just a member of the Amigos. You get to see the best from Offset. Even though the cadences and the tone and the demeanor and the style of his lyrics still reminisce you to Offset and the Amigos, you also get to see a side of Offset that you really don't see. You get to see the terminology of a different Offset. You see the growth and development of Offset. All right. I think Offset is stepping away out of the shadows of the Amigos, and now you get to see Offset as a solo artist. It took long enough, but you get to see Offset's flavor that he's bringing. Okay. And it's like, I know this is kind of old. I mean, a lot of younger people are not going to get this, but y'all saw the biop with New Edition. When they went and did their own solo things, You didn't say, "Oh man, these, that's just a connection to New Edition." When they did their own solo things, they they start even brightening as far as them doing their own solo things, like BBD. When you look at when you listen to their music, you listen to New Edition music, it's different. It's not similar, it's different. Okay. When you look at their styles were different. They was in suits and things of that nature with New Edition, but when they was in BBD, they had t-shirt on, Timberlands, blue jean, things of that nature. Same way with Bobby Brown. When Bobby Brown was with New Edition, you and when he went on and did his own thing, he had his own style, he had his own flair. Same way with Johnny Gill, the same way with Ralph Tresvant. Okay, you get the point. When they're together, you get to see them as New Edition, but when they're apart, you get to see them as themselves. And when you look at uh Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset, when they did their own solo things, you still identify to them as the Amigos more so than them doing their own thing. Now, Offset coming out with this new video. I think this new video is and this new song, it has certain undertones of the Amigos, but you really get to see the growth and development of Offset. So I just wanted to throw that out. All right. But also in this video, besides seeing Offset doing his own thing, starting to make his own footsteps and walking out of the shadows of the Amigos, but still paying homage to Takeoff and the Amigos. All right. And then you also got to see this video. It was clearly produced and done like Baby Boy, the movie Baby Boy. But another thing you got to see was Cardi B, this Jealousy song. And when you listen to her lyrics, it sounds eerily similar to her haters that hate Cardi B. And she's pretty much retaliating with the haters of the of people that don't like Cardi B. Okay. And you got to see some undertones, particularly through her lyrics, as her issues with Tasha K. Now, she didn't say Tasha K's name, but when you pay attention to her lyrics, you can tell that she's really about people such as Tasha K. All right. Now, she didn't publicly say her name on the song, and I feel like that does two things. One, you get to hear it. You get to hear her side of the story, which you got to witness her side of the story through the court proceedings. But on the entertainment level, you get to see Cardi B's side of the story of the Tasha K angle. You also get to hear, in her lyrics talking about how these girls are going on Tasha K and these vlogs talking about they done slept with her husband and things of that nature. So you get to see that. But it also, in a way, her doing this song, and she probably won't mention this, it sort of heals her. It's it's like talking to a therapist. Sometimes, and we all do this. Okay, don't twist and get it confused. Don't say that, oh, I'll never do that. Okay, we all have a time in ourselves where we either thinking about it or talking it to ourselves as trying to heal yourself out of a situation. Okay. And I felt like this song did a lot of healing for Tasha K, but it also told her side of the story about these bloggers out here talking to these girls, these random chicks, saying that they done slept with Offset. And, a lot of these bloggers are getting popular by throwing fake stories and fake narratives about Tasha K. I feel like there's a lot of bloggers out there that don't like Cardi B. that don't like Cardi B. If I say Tasha K earlier, I didn't mean to say Tasha K. I meant Cardi B. I feel like there's a lot of bloggers out there that do not like Cardi B. And some of it has undertones of racism. Now, just bear with your boy. I feel like a lot of these media blogs, and I don't follow none of them. I'm trying to think of the one that other than Tasha K. People like Tasha K. They come out with these weird stories and then they add their own twist to it. So that story can get them the numbers and the views and the subscribers because they're chasing the clout. But then low key, secretly, they have a disdain for Cardi B. They don't like Cardi B, and it plays into elements of racism in interracial dating. I think a lot of Black women that are in these blog fields have a distaste for Cardi B because of the fact that Cardi B is dating an African American. All right. And I feel like a lot of these women that post these fake stories and these fake narratives, or post stories about what one girl told her that she was messing around with Offset, or they'll say that Cardi B is not a good rapper, or Cardi B is this and Cardi B is that. Along, just trying to get in the algorithm, trying to get in the Cardi B algorithm. All right. Particularly when Cardi B was when she was at her plateau. She's still popular. Don't get it twisted and confused. But she was super popular after she did that Kodak Black song, and she remixed it. And ever since then, Motorsports, ever since then, she has taken it to another level. And I feel like there's a lot of people that don't like Cardi B because of her relationship with Offset. I feel like a lot of people don't like Cardi B because she's more popular than a lot of other rappers, a lot of other female rappers. And I feel like a lot of the disdain and dislike for Cardi B is there's a lot of Black female bloggers, or just African-American bloggers that don't like Cardi B because they are secretly low-key Nicki Minaj fans. And we all know that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, they got internal beef. Okay. So I felt like with this video, you got to see Cardi B talk about all of this white noise that she's associated to. And she's just retaliating in the lyrics and in the song. So it's a great song. I don't think it's a great song. It's a good song, and I think it's going to get some buzz. It's going to get some airplay. But I think it's a creative video. It's more when you listen to the song and when you see the video, I feel like the video enhances the song. Instead of just listening to the song on your iPhone or in your car or on YouTube, whatever, you get more entertainment about these songs by watching the video. I think the video is in tune with the song. Okay, it just seemed like they created the video first and then the song, or they had an idealism of the video that they wanted to shoot, and then that birthed and spawned the song. Okay, I feel like the ideal of the video came before the song. All right, that's just my humble estimation about it. I could be totally wrong. All right. Other news and notes: Carlee Russell has been arrested. I'm not gonna go into why she's arrested. If you don't know who Carlee Russell is, you're never gonna know her. She faked her own kidnapping. And she implicated herself because when they unlocked her smartphone that she conveniently left at the crime scene, her Google searches was, are you going to be charged? Do you have to pay for a fake Amber Alert? How to steal money from a register without being seen? And she also searched Liam Neeson's Taken movie. All right. So so they officially charged her, and they're gonna charge her to the full extent of the law, because they don't want copycat people copycatting this as an innocent crime. I don't think she's going to serve a lot of prison time. Um, she may serve a small amount of jail time till she gets bond. But she's going to go through the rigors of this, and she's going to have to deal with the consequences. Um, it will affect her on social media. But she's gonna hurt more through this ordeal as being associated to Jesse Smollett, which he was a guy that said that he was kidnapped and it was faked. And you see how that turned out for Jesse Smollett. And the same thing can happen to Carly Russell. She already lost her job. Her job don't want to associate with her. She's going to feel the pain of embarrassment more than prison or jail time, and she's going to have to rehabilitate herself, rehabilitate her good name. Now there's word out there, allegedly, that Carly Russell's parents didn't even call 911. I don't know what to be true. I don't know what to be factual, but that is the world of a brief Carly Russell update. Okay. Other news, Bronny James suffered cardiac arrest. I wanted to talk about that on my sports channel, Just My Opinion podcast, which, by the way, subscribe to Just My Opinion podcast. All of my podcasts, my YouTube channels, Spotify, iTunes, they're in the descriptions below. Just tap the link and subscribe and check out the entertainment. Okay, but nevertheless, I'm the best. Basically, oh my God, I briefly had a brain fart. We talked about Carly Russell. What else I was talking about before I went into that commercial break? That just goes to show you, Bronny James. All right, so Bronny James had a cardiac arrest at the USC workout facility. That happened earlier this week. Since then, LeBron James tweeted the following: "He's good. Our family's good." And I'm pretty sure he's going to rest. Now, there are reports out there that he's already at the gym working out with his father, LeBron James. There are a lot of speculations. We're going to use the word allegedly. I cannot prove these statements to be totally false or totally true. So tread lightly with these statements I'm about to lay down on you. But a lot of people felt like he drank too many sports drinks, like that new Prime drink that has more caffeine than 10 cups of coffee. I had that a time or two, and boy, let me tell you, it gets you lit, particularly if you got to work late at night. Okay, wouldn't recommend you taking it while you're working out. Okay, so some people said that he took some bad supplements. There are a lot of people out there allegedly. One ESPN guy that did UFC I think his name is Chad something. I forgot his name. Is saying that there's a possibility that he's taking some illegal substances. Allegedly. This is all alleged. That's why I didn't do a video on this on Just My Opinion podcast. It's just not a lot of stuff to overturn stones about. This is all speculatory. No one knows what really happened. Only the James family knows, and they're being mums is the word. They're being totally quiet about it. So until the James family talk about it, now USC is not going to talk about it because he's a student there. The doctors that treated him is not going to talk about it. Confidence, between player and between student and doctor. But yeah, no one fully knows what truly happened, and it is what it is. But I will say that I wish him the best of luck. It seems like he's beyond the road of recovery. He's already back doing his normal thing. So that's a blessing from God. We should all appreciate God was fully aware of this situation, and nothing tragic happened from this situation. So yeah, that's all I got. And that's pretty much the podcast, guys. That's pretty much the podcast. So, guys, I really do appreciate people that came in and out through the live stream. I know people like to comment, wants to come in and watch like 5 seconds of a live stream and then comment. But where you have to subscribe and you have to watch some content for 5 minutes for you to make a comment. And that's how I set it up. Works very well for me. Get a lot of subscribers. I get a lot of people, and it sort of kind of weeds out the trolls, because you have to be a pathetic troll to not only subscribe, but to wait 5 minutes for you to you have to watch 5 minutes of content for you to make your troll statement. You have to be really, really bad or hard on your luck to do that. You have to be a sad, pathetic person. Why would I, first and foremost, why would I subscribe to somebody that I'm not a fan of, that I'm not supportive of? Why would I subscribe to someone that I'm not subscribed? That I'm not a fan of, that I don't support, anything like that. The only purpose of me subscribing to this individual, because I want to say something so hateful, so racist, and so unbiased about this person, I'm willing to just subscribe and listen to 5 minutes of content just for me to lay my troll comment and then put a LOL face on it, saying that it's just a joke, don't take life serious, and things of that nature. You have to be a sad, pathetic individual to go through all of those steps. But nevertheless, we got weird people like that. Weird people do weird things at the end of the day, okay? And I pretty much had this same mindset, when I was young, and I continue to have the same mindset, okay? And that's why I'm not a shield of anybody. I'm not a puppet of anybody. No one controls, no one pulls my strings. And I don't subscribe to people that I don't like, okay? I don't comment to people that I just don't like, okay? I just don't rock that way. And I live by this credo. I just, look, I view life as a radio station, okay? If there's a radio station that's programmed in my car and I didn't program it, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to unprogram it and find a radio station that I do like. And that's what I do in life. Like, I don't go into Foot Locker buying shoes that someone else says this is the ish, or these shoes are more popular than those shoes. I go into Foot Locker and buy what I want to buy. I go to the mall, get what I want to get. I drive the car that I want to drive. I work at the place that I want to work at. I eat what I want to eat. Okay, and I've been living by that way ever since I came out the seed, because I'm original. I ride my own waves. I am my own motion. Okay. So I don't follow other people's trends. I don't follow what other people like. I don't follow other people uh that dislike other people. I'm just built differently than anybody else. Okay. So if you're not built like I am, and you wake up every morning wanting to troll people, you wake up every morning to subscribe to people that you don't like, you want to wake up every morning buying what other people tell you to buy, eat what other people tell you to eat, work what other people tell you to work. If you want to be a slave, then go right ahead. It's a free country. But I'm just not built that way. Okay. I like what I like. I don't like some stuff that I don't like. I just keep it pushing and keep it moving. Okay. That's my motto ever since I came out out the womb. That's been my motto for quite some time. So yeah. Guys, an update. Too early for this podcast will only appear on Saturdays. Oh, I wanted to do a daily thing, but it just seems like y'all not feeling that. And y'all are feeling too early for this podcast premiering on either Fridays or Saturdays, but I'm just gonna keep it Saturday. Okay, keep it fancy, keep it simple, keep it on Saturdays. Okay, so that's all I got to say on that. Please support the channel. If you are a true supporter, if you like what I say on this channel and on this live stream, hit the subscription button, the notification bell, share this content with your friends, family, as well as your followers. If you like your boy, okay. If you don't like me, you know what you can do. You know what you can do. All right. It's up to you if you're going to do that. Either you're going to be a slave of the machine, or you're going to be an individual with free will and free choice. Okay, that's the only thing I can say. All right. So yeah, that's it. That's just about it. Check out I'm Chris Down One podcast on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, wherever you get your podcast. Indulgement from my listening audience. Got a brand spanking new episode from I'm Chris Down One. It already done uploaded. Just hit the link in the description and it'll take you straight to the iTunes one as well as the Spotify one. I need you guys to do me a favor though. No matter where you listen to I'm Pressing Down One, I still need you guys to do me a favor. I need you guys to subscribe to me on Spotify. It'll be very appreciative if you listen to me on Spotify, because I have to, as well as others. A lot of us were birthed from the Anchor app. Now Spotify has purchased Anchor and they merged all the content creators that were from the Anchor app community into Spotify, and a lot of us have to redo our requirements and our recommendations. So we have to start from ground level. So I need you guys to subscribe to me on Spotify. It will be greatly appreciative if you listen to me on Spotify, but you can subscribe to me on Spotify. You can listen to me wherever you've been listening to me from. So I really appreciate the people that do come by and listen to the channel. Got a good episode this week, so go check that out. All right. I got 4 episodes on Just My Opinion podcast that I uploaded in the past 5 days, talking about NBA. So if you're a sports fan and you haven't subscribed to Just My Opinion podcast, please do so. Going to have a video cranking out next week. But just a lot of things I have to get done before we do that video. All right. And that's it. That's it, boys and girls. I really do appreciate you guys follow me through the ride, through the journey, through the process. I'd like to first and foremost thank the day ones. Without you guys, I wouldn't be me. There's a lot of people that were my day ones that that supported me through the good times, through the bad times. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. I also like to thank the new subscribers out there, no matter if you've been subscribed to me for the past 4 months, the past 6 months, or just subscribed to me yesterday. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to me. Without you guys, like I said, to my day ones, you guys are the reason why I continue to do live streams, why I continue to do videos, why I continue to upload not only on here, but Just My Opinion podcast. I'm Chris Don One TV. I was trying to upload. Is what it is. We'll get back on Twitch some other time, but I really do appreciate you guys supporting me as well as my podcast, my audio podcast. I really do appreciate you guys doing that as well. But nevertheless, I'm the best. Guys, we'll come back next week, next Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel, and we'll do another thorough episode of Too Early for This podcast. I'm gonna get it crack-a-lacking. I'm gonna probably have a new layout next week, and I'll see you guys later. And that's pretty much it. I want to try to make this 2 hours, but I can't. I really can't. But guys, I'll see you guys when I see you. There's something that breaks. Of course, I'm going to upload an episode and talk about it. But it's your boy, the host with the most, that do not brag of boats, and I'm coming to you guys live from Coast to Coast. It's your boy. I'm out. See you guys. See you.